Hey, what's up, Noah? How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good. Yeah. All right. So we started this project, man, and
it's so far it's gone pretty good, I'd have to say.
Yeah,
I think first episode with Charles, it took off. It got a lot. I mean, it didn't take. I wouldn't say take off, but I definitely say it's getting the right amount of views. I mean, it's getting out there. That's the point, really.
It probably got as much as I would expect it to. I mean, it was the first video, so 50. I think it's at 54 or something.
I just want to say real quick, we did it again.
What?
This is Chris.
What?
I'm Noah.
Hold on.
This is too much to the end.
It's just a nerve. They go away. It's just the nerves. You know what I mean?
No, I got you. You gotta remember, we didn't introduce the first one.
Oh, yeah.
When we were talking with Ricky, it was better. But I was just saying, gotta make sure we introduce ourselves.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. I know there's supposed to be a clap sync, but I just do it now. It's like action. Oh, shit.
This is all staying in.
Yeah.
This is all staying in.
Yeah,
It's not
from that second clap sync.
No. From the very first clap sync, all of it staying in.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm feeling better. All right. Hey, man, this is Treeline Podcast. Chris here. You got Noah.
What's up?
Noah is Treeline Podcast. No, dude, I got to get used to the microphone. Noah is Treeline Podcast's own technical professional. Do you want to talk a little bit about that gig? I don't know as much as I'd like to know about that gig.
I wouldn't say professional. Definitely amateur. Definitely an amateur about it. We're having a little bit of trouble because I'm trying to treat it the same way almost I treat live streaming, because I'm using a capture card, getting the video from the camera that we're using right here to the recording. That way we can put it out. Yeah. That's what's really coming up as a problem for some reason. It's not the exact same, and I think it's because it's a camera. It's not like an Xbox, or it's not like a computer or anything like that where you're like getting an active signal. So I just think I need to figure it out a little bit more. Other than that, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I like doing the technical like side of things, like doing the editing, doing that kind of thing. It's pretty fun, honestly. We're gonna check it out later today.
Yeah. Well, so I'm glad you like it. I like it too. I know we're both not well versed, but
No.
I'm less versed than you for sure. But as far as like what we're using, that equipment, the capture card, pushing the video and audio all into one place, basically, and we're having an issue running it with this specific camera. Part of me feels like that maybe because it's an older camera.
It's an older camera. I think it's a professional camera though. I think it's a little out of our realm.
Yeah, that, and maybe I bet you some of this equipment, I'm sure there's software updates that we're just not even aware of.
Definitely.
Because nobody can see except for us, but there's a third camera there that we're not even ready to use yet. Like we have the equipment that we're not capable of even using yet. But that's just a matter of time. We're going to learn it. Mm-hmm. Like we've learned the other cameras.
Yep.
So, okay, I say learned. Okay. We have not learned them yet, but we're in the process of learning. This is a huge process, man. This ain't no overnight, and that's what I thought it would be at first. But now here I am, a month and some change later.
Really?
I literally got someone taking half the workload because I can't even handle it. No, but I'm saying, like, people don't realize what goes into it, but a lot more than what I initially thought goes into this.
Oh, yeah.
Goes into this. But I'm glad I got you, man, because like even the little bit of stuff you showed me so far, I wouldn't have been able to do on my own. So I bought this capture card. We're going to use it. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And then eventually we're going to upgrade, the equipment. We got, Q2Us, these microphones.
They're not bad.
That. They're not horrible. But they're not SB72s or whatever, I have no idea. They're super nice microphones.
Super nice.
Yeah, like they're the like $400 a mic, like that. That's the level we'll get to.
Dude, you were at my house. I should have shown you my stuff. Dude, I got a Blue Yeti microphone.
Oh, nice, bro. I like the Yetis, bro. They look cool.
Yes. They've got all the functionalities that you need for a microphone on the microphone. Like there's one dial that you can press and it messes with the headphones.
Yeah.
It messes with the gain on the mic. And then you have another one where it's like, if you have one mic, you have it sitting here in the middle of us. We could both use it, or we could do it like we're doing it now, where it's or where it's singular direction, where we're like talking into it instead of it.
Is that like the difference between dynamic and condenser? Because I feel like a dynamic microphone captures more and a condenser is more
I'm not.
I don't know.
That's what I think. I'm not gonna say 100% because I don't know 100%.
Either, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But these are technically dynamic microphones, but they're dynamic microphones are normally what people use, I guess, for podcasts and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't really know. I'm still learning. But this is stuff that I've learned in the process.
We're gonna learn something new every sinle day,
probably,
and a lot about podcasts.
Probably,
definitely,
yeah, probably more than likely, yeah. Dude, like we were talking about earlier, but like literally just sitting down here and pressing record is like probably less than 5% of what we've been putting into this. Yeah. And dude, we're talking about like post production, pre-record checklists, I guess you call them PRCs. You could call them, dude.
Yeah, PRCs.
And then like post production, and then all the equipment, learn how to use it, and then what the fuck else was I gonna say? Editing, yeah. So a lot of this stuff is like a lot of the stuff that goes into is not even just press and record and do it.
Yeah, it's like it's
just insane.
The first 10 to 20, sometimes it'll probably be 30 minutes before we even record. We're going to be like microphones, audio's good, camera angles are good, the lights are good, because like when we get the cameras all set up and we all get it, like you're saying, going into one spot and it's all easy to edit, we're able to like cut between things really easily and like not really have to like have so many sources, and you have one thing going to one.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Is that Dr. Pepper taking its toll on me?
Oh, you're good, man. I don't think anybody cares. Just kidding. I don't know. What was that, dude? I was trying to think. Another hard part, though, that I've learned is just the networking and scheduling. Everybody's got 500,000 different things going on. Everybody that I've tried to schedule on here want to do it. But I mean, I'm sure like nerves play a role in it, but also life plays a big role in it.
Definitely.
Like people got shit going on.
Definitely.
Like, you know, but whatever. We're doing our best to work around it. We're doing our best to like, no matter what,
get it done.
At least get in here and record it, and then post stuff. We can do whatever on our own time, you know. But like this is the stuff coming together, finding one time we can all meet together at once is like. For now, it's a little bit more difficult. I think if this picks up, if it ever picks up or anything, hopefully
it will.
Right? I hope it will.
It will.
I hope it will. If it picks up and starts taking over more of our time, we can start giving up the shit we don't want to do, like having a job and shit like that, you know, and make this like a job.
But
that'd
that's
be
like,
ultimate goal.
That's the goal.
That's
is
the
like
goal.
making this the job and like being able to branch out from this to do other things.
Yeah.
Like I'm still telling you, the first like real big special thing we're gonna do when we're getting big, we're gonna do a real tree line podcast.
Yeah, dude.
Out in nature with some mountains in the background.
We were talking
and
about
everything.
like the 100th episode or something.
Yeah, 100th episode.
Yeah.
If, like
we got to get there.
When we get there, we're gonna be a tree line, real trees, nature in the background.
Yeah, man, it'll be dope,
everything.
bro.
Yeah,
to have like the 100th episode in a no shit tree line. Like it'd be dope if we could go. I don't know.
Like Kentucky, Tennessee, somewhere like
Carolinas or
Carolina, anywhere Appalachia. That'd be beautiful. And just have the Appalachians in the background, some nice good pine trees, some firs maybe in the back.
Yeah.
And just, dude, put down a table, get some microphones, a little like portable battery or something.
We could fucking put up little GoPros on the trees and shit.
Yeah, there you
We
go,
don't even need a tripod.
No tripods. We got the trees.
Yeah, man. Tripods are another fucking hassle, bro.
And having them set on solid ground and not being all cockeyed and twisted
and being level. Like I'm looking at, well, technically that tiny one too. We're looking at 4 different tripods, and each one has its own issues.
And the lights. Having the light. I mean, we'd have to use completely natural lighting if we're going to go outside.
Actually, I've noticed recording during the day. I had a friend here, Ricky. I've told you about him, and we did a recording, and we had a little bit of daylight coming in from this way, and it's touches the body differently, dude. Like lighting is
natural
a lot
lighting,
more important than you think about, and like we got lights in here that are not natural, and you could I'm monitoring right now. We're monitoring on that screen over there, and you can tell natural light looks 10 times better.
Yeah,
just another learning point. Like it's just another thing we're learning about. So like I don't know, that 100th episode in the tree line.
In the tree line.
Like if we get there like when the sun's rising, that golden hour, bro, that'd be the dopest time.
That would be fucking. And then we could do 2. We could do back to back. We could do a morning and then we could do a nighttime one.
Yeah.
We could have the morning creatures. We could have the night creatures, bro. Because in a forest, creatures, yeah.
Oh, like you could hear the crickets and
hearing, the crickets, the owls, like a fox or some shit, some birds in the morning, like hearing like real like shit in the background.
We could put like just random mics out like 20 meters from us.
I don't know about that. Oh, that's a lot. Then we're gonna be in Silent Hill or some shit, running from.
And then we get stabbed in the throat.
I don't want. No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, man. No, I'm excited, dude. I think it's cool, man. We know each other. We go to school together right now. We're both in school for the veterinarian assistant program.
Yep.
So our plan is to get some jobs being veterinarian assistants. Basically, just getting
our
hell
foot in
away.
the door.
Yeah, well, away from people and more closer to animals.
Definitely. That's
kind of suck.
It's definitely in the medical field too, because I mean, and people are more willing to take their pet to a vet than they are willing to take themselves to a vet.
That's true. Yeah, I think if I had to go to the emergency room and Charlie had to go to the emergency room, I think I'd end up taking Charlie to the emergency room.
Yeah, I would definitely take my cat or one of my dogs to the emergency room before myself.
Yeah. I'd probably just slap like a tourniquet on myself and take Charlie.
Bro, if it's that bad, maybe you might have to take yourself.
Well, if Charlie's bleeding out too, man, like at least I can control my bleeding out.
That's true.
If I put a tourniquet on him, I'll probably break his leg.
What,
I'm just looking.
Waiting for him.
I'm trying not to look over here. But that's another thing I'm learning is trying not to look at the camera.
Yeah, but I think occasionally, like you're pointing things out. Like, I mean, that's natural. That's something. I mean, this is second episode, technically third. I mean, you're doing the emergency broadcast with Ricky, right?
Yeah, we're trying to maintain that. Like I was saying, like his schedule and my schedule don't always link up. So we're doing our best to try to figure that out.
But whenever it comes out, it'll come out. Yeah. But we're going to try and make these more shoot for Saturday, like you were saying. Yeah. At least get it done, and then try and put it out on like let's not like let it go more than 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Because then if
what do you mean, like shoot today and drop in 3 weeks?
No, yeah. Well, let's not leave a gap between an episode longer than 3 weeks. I think 2 weeks.
3 weeks is a lot. I think 3 weeks is too much.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying 2 weeks at most, a week, right? Because this one will be coming out almost 2 weeks after the first one.
This one will.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking about dropping this in like 2 days from now.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it'll still be.
2 days from now would be like almost first thing next week. So it'll give them a week to watch or whatever.
Yeah.
And then hopefully throughout the week, I can link up with Ricky and do another one of those. I don't know. We'll see. Scheduling is like another fucking thing.
Yeah, it's a whole
so
like
much shit, man.
This is the second episode. Is the background episode of like you get to find out what it's really like.
Well, this is how it is. Like when you and I are talking, it's mostly about like just the progression and benefit of this podcast. You and I don't talk much about bullshit because we're not about the bullshit. Like we're about the business, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that's what I like too, because I mean, I don't want to be hanging around about a bunch of people that are just about the bullshit, just shooting the shit.
No, yeah.
Like, you get stuck in a rut, man. And,
exactly.
And nothing gets done.
It's nice that they like talk about what you like, things in common, getting stuff that you enjoy, things like that. It's like, but like being able to be like, all right, now we got to get down to the brass tacks and get shit done. That's what's important. Like being able to like, yeah, we can have our fun, we can do our thing, we can do whatever, but it's like now we got to get real. We got to sit down. We got to do the podcast. We got to sit down. We got to edit it. We got to make sure it's not looking whack and it's looking good.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I think at first, that first episode we did with Charlie, I think that didn't look as good as it could have because we tried to manipulate the focus. Yeah. And hopefully that doesn't. I mean, we didn't really fuck with the focus. We just put it to autofocus. So hopefully that makes a difference for now.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is like,
I don't know.
I think the camera's a little out of our league. We need to learn it a little bit more.
It's more than a little. By far more than a little.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we were also talking about, too, like possibly throwing in little scavenger hunts on these shelves. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, little Easter eggs.
If people get bored of just listening to us, like, well, not necessarily, because if you're listening, you can listen on Spotify and shit. But like, if you get bored of watching, talking, you can look for certain things.
I don't know if you've talked about that yet. Have you even mentioned that?
Go ahead, man. This is the first time I've talked about it.
We're on Spotify now. Just look it up. Treeline Podcasts. We're gonna have Charles is the first one. Mm-hmm. I have to figure out if we can make another category. Because it's not going to be the same.
Dude,
like
you don't have to do categories.
Look. No. Like, because I don't want people to get confused. I don't want people.
This is how you unconfuse it, man. This is what I've learned. So like, you can still stack it in the Spotify one after the next, but the first one will just be TLP, episode 1 Charlie, and then if the other one comes from a series, it'll be TLP emergency broadcast, and then the date.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So it'd be like TLP emergency broadcast episode 1, right? Because so it's just, or we could just make it episode 2 and just call it emergency broadcast. I'm just thinking because like I know a lot of podcasters have different series, but they keep their synchronicity going.
Yeah.
So like they'll have, let's say, 5 episodes, but one's this series and one's that series. But on Spotify, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just the second one that's a different series says the series name in the title.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah. I think that'll definitely cut out what I was thinking because I was like, I'm looking into it, I'm looking on it.
What was that?
It's like I'd have to make a whole separate thing, and I didn't want to do
Like
that.
a whole separate Spotify?
Yeah,
I don't want to do that
exactly.
either.
So yeah, we'll just do what you were saying.
Yeah.
Tree Line Podcast, TLP,
Yep.
commas, quotes, whatever.
And that's what I'll do with Ricky's stuff. I'll just keep it synchronized. So if Charlie's episode 1, Ricky emergency broadcast be episode 2, but it's emergency broadcast series, but it says episode 2 of the TLP. And then let's say this will be episode 3, but not emergency broadcast. It's still going to be episode 3, TLP episode 3, but TLP episode 4 could be TLP episode 4 emergency broadcast.
Or it could be something else.
Or whatever,
Yeah.
But they stay synchronized.
No,
so if it's a part of a series, we just put that in the title. And that's it.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's good. And we could do that for the YouTube too.
On YouTube, it's
you
easier.
can, yeah, you can.
On
You
you can do
channels and shit.
playlists.
But if I'm a simple person looking through YouTube, do I want it that difficult to look for?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
you don't have to make it on separate channels. You could have the Tree Line Podcast page and then playlists and not even have to worry about it. Where it's like, this is the emergency broadcast, this is the main podcast, this is X, Y, and Z, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you said, but we could still order it the same way, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's like you're saying, first one's this, and the second one's that, and then the third one's this, and then it keeps going like you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's all in order, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like chronological, like you were saying.
Yes, stays like in that 1, 2, 3, 4 order. But yeah, just each one will be titled differently.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And the regular podcast, like this one's going to be the official TLP podcast is when we bring guests in and talk to them. And then like, let's say for now, you're guest number 2 because Ricky's technically part of that series.
Yep.
But when Ricky comes and does official TLP
He'll be a guest.
on the official TLP, that'll still be synchronized. It'll just be TLP episode 6 fucking Ricky or whatever.
So, and you're running those a little shorter than these, aren't you?
Yeah. So the plan is like with me and Ricky just to toss the iPhone up and do 10 to 15 minutes and fucking drop it. Like that's it. And we haven't even considered doing angles. Like the emergency broadcast is going to be like
Emergency broadcast.
but not necessarily an emergency.
No.
Yeah, so
it's not a real emergency broadcast.
but it's going to be like 10 to 15 minutes tops, and it's just going to be him and I catching up, whatever, social media, or we'll talk about, regular media or politics, whatever, just shooting shit. For 10 or 15 minutes, and then hopefully, like we talked about, like hopefully doing that 2 or 3 times a week. Last week obviously was a fluke, I think, for everybody because I couldn't connect schedulally with anybody during the week. Well, it is what it is. I'm sure those weeks are going to come and go, but hopefully we can get on that
Train,
routine.
that rolling.
Yeah, that routine. The biggest thing, and I think I brought this from the military, at least what I learned, is like you can do almost anything that you put your mind to as long as you structure it into a routine. Because if you make a goal for yourself, dude, and you just fucking go at it, like with not really a thought out plan or not even
go well.
thinking about setting a routine or nothing, you're going to be motivated for about maybe a couple of days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to lose motivation.
Yep.
You got to build a routine, man. And that's what I think. So
No,
like,
I agree 100%. I think routine is key. Like starting a routine is like how you want to do anything, whether it be like your goal in life or just life in general. I mean, like having a routine is like very important to a lot of things.
And I think like setting yourself up for
Success.
in a routine could be good too. Like for example, like we have all these everything set. Literally, all we like in the future, if we could just hit a button that says record, and everything starts operating. Like,
well, that's what
if we could preset everything to where it's just literally like boom, and then we could like that would make routine so much easier than the pre-checklist that we have to walk through. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was hoping to do with the capture card because with the capture card, with that glowing blue button that it has there, you literally could just click that in and it starts the program on the computer.
Okay.
So that would be like instead of having the huge size that you have coming off the SD card from the camera, it would be going directly in the same quality
To
the computer where it's recording it with less size. And it's easy. I can just immediately right then and there start working on it, start editing it right then and there. Right as soon as we hit the button again, that's it.
Yeah, see, people don't. I don't think people really realize what we mean when we say the camera catches large. Like the camera we use this for the like we recorded the Charlie interview in 4K, but for some reason we could only upload it in 1080 pixels. But we recorded it in 4K at like 25 frames per second, and it was only like 30 minutes. But when we pulled out the SD card from that camera right there. And put it in the computer, it was like almost 19 gigabytes.
It basically
of space.
was. It basically was 19 gigabytes, and then the audio was only like 15 megs. It was like
dude, audio is nothing. Bro.
Yeah, it's super tiny.
Video takes so much space, and I didn't even realize until we started this project. Like,
oh yeah,
but video takes a lot of space. So, but I mean, we prepped for it. I mean, we got the SD cards to handle it. So we're not too worried about it. I'm just saying, like, we didn't realize that. I mean, at least I didn't realize that walking in. 4K video takes up that much space.
It takes up a lot,
dude.
dude.
It's just insane. Yeah.
There's a lot of people on YouTube that go through and explain like I was looking at it, trying to figure out how we could get this set up to 4K and on YouTube and all that. I'm like, there's one guy who's talking about like one clip he has is almost a terabyte of
Dude.
like a terabyte, and it's like
crazy,
it's like an hour or so long thing on his like really nice 4K only. Like it shoots 4 to 8K. It's like a movie camera.
Yeah, 8K, dude. You imagine 8K, like
our
20
eyes,
frames per second,
dude. Our eyes couldn't even.
That
see
would have
it.
been like that probably would have been like 40 gigs if we'd have done that with Charlie.
Bro, it would have been fucking insane.
It would have been like 40 or 50 gigs.
It probably would have been at least in the 100 or so.
That's
actually,
insane, dude.
With 8K, that's 8,000.
Dude, I don't want to waste too much time talking about this stuff because I don't know how much interested, but I do want to talk to you about you, bro.
Okay.
Because this is your episode, and we know each other like we were talking about from school.
Yeah.
We get carried away with the technical stuff. But,
Yeah.
But no. You got a whole family. I mean,
3 kids.
Let's
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
that, man. Because you don't come from nothing, bro. You got a whole family back home. Like you got the girl, you got kids, you got cars that run sometimes.
Well, the whole thing last week was not like definitely would have been a year last week on Saturday.
Yeah.
But it was definitely my car, man. It was definitely last Thursday. Parked it. Then it's been there ever since. Literally, like I got in it, went in to go drive it one more time. Like same day, I think it was the same night that I had parked it there. Just stopped.
Yeah.
No reason. They're literally I've replaced so many things on it. It's fuel pump, starter, ignition.
What are you convinced it is right now?
At this point, I have no idea. Honestly, I replaced. Oh yeah, and I replaced the spark plugs. Like it could be I'm not getting any spark. I wasn't getting any gas at one point.
And you change the starter too?
Yep.
Ignition? Is it turning over?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It turns over. It just doesn't sound like it's like I put starter fluid in it and it didn't even start. Like I put that. Yeah.
It might just be one of those things where you got to find a cliff and.
No.
Nah.
I'll just go for a ditch or a lake. My bad.
Fucking. I don't know, man, but it sucks about your car, but we figured it out.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
He's here today,
Yes.
and if in the future we'll figure it out again when we have to. If
Absolutely.
that's the case, so I'm not too worried about it. But what about your family, bro? Like, unless you don't want to talk about it.
No, that's fine. I mean, I got 3 boys. I got Liam, the eldest. I got Lucas, the middle, and then I got Alexander, the youngest.
Yeah.
9, 5, and 1.
I don't know how much you want to talk about that, but on the way here from your place, like we were talking about, like how young you were when that all started.
Yeah, I was 15, 16.
Yeah,
I got her.
Impressive, man. That's young, man.
I don't know if it's impressive more as it was stupid, but now I made up in it in later years, definitely. Because I was 16 when he was born. I got her pregnant when I was 15. Mm-hmm. Started working right then and there. Literally, I got my first job at a retirement home when I was 15. Before I even found out she was pregnant, and then.
So hold up. So you went straight from school to working. So you didn't finish school.
I did later. I got my GED. Same year I would have gotten my diploma.
But you had to start working. You had to start making money. Right?
But I was already working.
Oh, you were during school?
Yeah, I left school. I
to
left
work, right?
To work. I
Yeah,
left beginning of my senior year or junior year.
Okay.
Beginning of my junior year. He's already born. I already finished school prior to that, and I came back and it just trying to go to work, trying to have a kid, trying to go to school. It just wasn't all, it wasn't meshing very well. I made a mistake, but I lived up with it. I said, you know what, I have to make a choice. And I made that choice. I started working. And here I am today.
Yeah.
I mean, it was I wouldn't change it. I enjoy it. I really do. I mean, and I'm able to keep up with my kid. Yeah. Like, I'll be able to keep up with my kid his entire life because he's 16 years younger than me.
Dude, you'll end up going to bars and shit with your son.
And drinking him under the table. Absolutely. But I don't know about that.
I think it, dude, honestly, like, I think it, because you said you're 25, 26 now?
26. I'll be 27 this year.
Dude, I think, like, it's definitely made an impression on you. I don't know you from back then, but you don't act like a typical 26-year-old. You know
no, I get that a lot. Like,
yeah, you act like a fucking adult.
Well, I have to say, I do make my mistakes, as everyone does. I'm 26.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm making excuses for it, but I'm definitely saying that, everyone's 26 once, and they all make mistakes. Like, I can definitely say, like you're saying, without a doubt, if I looked back at when I was 18 compared to now, if my 18-year-old self would call me a stiff, they'd be like, you're lame, you're boring, you're not this cool dude. And if I looked at myself when I was 18, I'd fucking be pissed.
What?
Like, because
you're a shitbag?
Yeah, you're making the wrong decisions, buddy. I mean, it even goes back to when I was 21. Even when I was 22, I was still making the mistakes that I can say now as only 4 years' time. It's a little different.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a difference in time, but like having 3 kids, literally all 4 years apart, 9, 5, and 1, going through a divorce. I mean, at 26, and that sadly is more of a common thing nowadays, but it doesn't really take a good toll on the person. Because I have friends that have gone through similar things, and they came out the other side rougher. They didn't. Yeah, I benefited. I definitely have to say I benefited from becoming a parent young, because I feel like, not that my mom raised me any kind of bad way or anything, but like I had a certain outlook on life before I had my first son, on the world, and it definitely wasn't a good one. I can say that much. But when I held a baby that I helped make in my arms, and I was like, it really strikes you. I mean, No, but but yes, I could catch the senses off. You get what I mean. You get what I mean. Yeah.
I want to say, man, that I think that there's multiple ways a man at the age you were could have handled it, right? And I think that I mean, one thing we have in common, right, that I think is cool because it helps me with it, but like is you don't like to drink. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
Which most men, young men that have kids at a young age, like, they're drunk all the time.
Yes,
and I'm not saying that, I'm not bashing those people, but I'm saying like, I feel like that you've made better decisions than most people in that situation.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, I'm just saying from the outside point of view, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
For sure, yeah.
Do you want to know what I did on my 21st birthday?
You get shit-faced?
I fucking worked.
Oh, see? Look,
didn't even do anything.
Bro.
I was working at UPS as a delivery helper. I was the dude sitting on the extra seat in the stairway.
Yeah.
Them bitches are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's literally just like a piece of plywood with some cushioning on top.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them, yeah.
And
I've seen them.
And when they hit a bump hard enough, you do go up.
You feel it in your whole fucking spine, right?
Oh, yeah. And, dude, it's cold. It gets cold with that door whipping past you. But, yeah, I was it's 21, my 21st birthday, December 18th.
Yeah.
I was just chilling with my driver. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's your birthday today. Are you gonna do anything?" I'm like, "When I get home, I'm going to bed," because we would work 8 to it's raining.
Oh, dude, I thought that was the AC. He's picking up the rain, huh?
Yeah, or is that the AC? I think it might be the AC.
Who cares? I don't think he's picking it too
I'll
much.
fix it.
We'll figure it out.
I'll fix it. I'll try at least.
But yeah, man, I agree, man. I think you've been making better decisions than most people in your position, and I think that it shows. But I don't know, man. I definitely wouldn't have invited you into this if you were drinking all the time. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, dude. And I'm not saying that like people who drink all the time are bad people, but you can't have that kind. If like you and we don't drink.
Yeah. Well, I'm not drinking right now. I think I've drank more years than not, so it's hard for me to say I don't drink.
Okay, but you've entered a point in sobriety, and you're how far along now?
Probably between 4 and 5 months, somewhere in there.
That's awesome though. I mean, like, but you're taking it
crazy.
seriously, and like
Yeah.
a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quit drinking. They don't quit drinking.
No.
They sit at home and they closet drink, and they go. Dude, I lived in one house. This guy sat in his attic and drank whole handles. And would leave them in the insulation. Like we found like Jack Daniel's, Crown,
Bro.
like big handles.
I was drinking every freaking dude. Like I would, and I'm being real with you, bro. Like
Yeah.
before I sobered up or anything, like I'd be drunk from like the moment I'd wake up, I'd be drinking, and in that room, 'cause I was renting out the other rooms and stuff, so I was just lived in that room, just drunk all the time, and it came to the point, dude, like I was like crying like a baby, like regularly.
No,
bro.
dude,
And
but
that's what alcohol will do to you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you let it, and it's hard, I guess. Like if you're an alcoholic, and I'm okay with calling myself an alcoholic. Like I come to terms with it, and I think if you're an alcoholic, you know, and you know you're an alcoholic, then you can't just expect to be able to drink like a normal person. Like
Again.
you're gonna get fucking
Yeah.
like. If I want to have a drink now, I might be able to control it for tonight and then maybe tomorrow and the next day. But like, it's going to snowball.
Snowball,
into
yeah,
fucking me
definitely.
drinking all day, every day.
But that's what makes you like that person though. It's like you're able to step back and reevaluate and be like,
but
holy
for
shit.
4 or 5 months. That's why like I'm scared to say I don't drink, because I feel like if I jump the gun with something like that, I'm gonna fuck it up.
Well, don't.
So, no, I know.
Well, don't feel like that, man, because I feel like you've had the opportunity, but instead you've taken that opportunity. You started this instead of going and buying alcohol. You're like, you know what? I'm
Dude,
gonna.
this is all drinking money.
Exactly.
This used to
Dude,
be all drinking money.
Let this
dude.
be a lesson to people who drink or smoke cigarettes, because I'm trying to quit cigarettes.
Yeah.
I did the math. It's over $2,000-$3,000 that I
Bro.
spend a year alone on just a pack of cigarettes that I smoke and then throw away.
Dude, I
Like,
used to chain smoke too, man. And I used to spend stupid for years, probably since I was like 16 or something.
Yeah.
And then like I quit probably like 2-3 years ago, and I haven't touched them since. And even if
I know we talk when we're sitting at school. You'll come outside and just sit and
hang out with you guys,
and you're
smoking.
like, it's like, yeah, I can control myself.
Yeah. Well, now I can. I wouldn't have been able to, like, in the past, be able to sit out there with you guys and watch you guys smoke.
Yeah.
Like, now I can, and I don't feel the urge. But, like, back when I first quit, maybe that first year, I wouldn't be able to hang out with people smoking.
Yeah,
It's
no,
just-
I understand that.
I mean, it was just, I don't know.
A
Cold
lot.
turkey is, that's how I quit fucking everything, dude. Like,
I don't know how.
me neither.
I don't know how, like-
and the VA, the pills they gave me, cold turkey, everything. When I quit shit, I quit at cold turkey, bro.
Yeah.
And then when I go into shit, I'd normally dive in head first and just go like this shit. Like I just dropped a bunch of money. I said, fuck it. And just dove in head first, bro.
But you had the money because you weren't drinking.
Yeah, exactly. And I know
Yep.
if I spent it now on things that I can benefit with, maybe in the future,
They're
if I
still
invested in
here.
myself now.
They're still here. Unlike alcohol,
Yeah.
all you have left when you're done is a bottle. You don't even have the
And a
stuff inside
shitty
it.
memory, bro.
Yeah.
If you remember.
if you remember it at all. But like all the stuff here, you got the lights, you got the tree line, you got the desk, you got the mics, you got all the stuff. Like,
And all the thought that went into it too was like cool too, because like that keeps me from thinking about shit I shouldn't be thinking about.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely been a healthy, beneficial addition to my life. It hasn't been negative by any stretch of the
Same.
word.
I have to say same, because I felt like crap last weekend, because I'm like, dude, I really wanted to come out here and I wanted to be like here and I wanted to do this, because like sitting down, like the first time when we were doing the first episode and I was editing it at home, I'm like on my computer, I'm like, this is fun. I'm like, I like
It
doing
is,
this
right?
again. And like,
It's cool, man.
I don't even like editing my own like videos and stuff, but I was like sitting there editing the pod, like putting fade ins and fade outs, cutting it, trying to make it look good. I'm like, I'm enjoying this for once. Like I'm enjoying doing this. I'm like, maybe I found my niche finally.
Yeah, man. And part of me, like, and I enjoy it too, dude. Like, I'll enjoy, like, you know how, like, if you record yourself, you can't fucking listen to yourself? Like, you hate your fucking self?
Yes,
And
100%.
that used to be the way it was. Now I can sit through the whole thing and attempt to edit it. Obviously, I'm not that good at it, but, like, I can do it, and I don't give a crap about what I look like or hear, because it's not even about me anymore, dude. It's not. This is not about me, bro.
It's
You know what
bigger
I'm
than
saying?
us.
That's why it's called Tree Lot Podcast and not Chris Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally, like, it's
No,
not
yeah.
for me. It's, you know what I'm saying? It makes me feel better. It makes me happy, but, like,
You benefit.
Hopefully everybody benefits from it.
Everyone will, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just weird to explain. It's just fucking weird. Ever since I started just dumping money into this fucking thing, it's just been nothing but positive. I've been reconnecting with old friends. I've been fucking. You and I have gotten closer as buddies. We're learning a lot of shit. I don't know. It's just nothing negative has come from it.
Yeah.
You know? But like when I used to take the money that I'm putting into this and the other things, there's only negative coming from it. So it's like a logical decision. Should I fucking, kind of hang on this side
Yeah,
of the thought process, or
roll
on
the
that
dice
side.
on the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like that side hasn't helped me in 35 fucking years. But this side, just in the last couple months, I'm already feeling 10 times better. So why the fuck not lean into it? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, that's like the whole, like, we're going back to my kids, like leaning into the positive things of like I was saying, you're 35, I'm 26.
This one only records for 30 minutes. Has it been 30 minutes?
Yeah, it's been 36, but remember we started a little.
Oh shit, you got the timer on there.
Yeah,
Sweet. Okay.
But we started a little later because we were doing the whole what? Oh wait,
Yeah.
can't sing.
Do we want to cut it now?
I mean, yeah, but let me just say real quick.
Yeah, go for it,
You
dog.
said
My bad.
like you were saying you're 35. I'm 26. That's nearly the same age gap between me and my first son.
Wow.
Isn't that like,
Dude, wow.
isn't that, see? Like, and
I can't imagine having a son
Yeah,
your age. That'd be crazy, man.
And see, but that's like,
Wow.
But that's where the positives and the benefits of things, where you look at something, and you're like, oh, and instead of looking at the negatives of like, oh, I had my kids so young, everyone's gonna look at me this certain way, I'm gonna be this, it's gonna be that. It's like, no, my son, I'll still be able to have it's not gonna be like my dad, he's almost 50.
Yeah.
And I'm 26. It's going to be, hey, my dad's wanting to come and jet ski with us or come do something stupid with us because he's 16 years older than me. He could probably still run farther than us, run faster than us, and still do all this stupid shit and feel fine in the morning to do it again.
Yeah, I guess that's something that I won't get to experience, unfortunately.
Well, I mean,
I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
I am jealous. That's something that's really cool that you're going to be able to experience.
I'm excited. I'm excited for him to grow up, but I'm starting to realize, like, the other day I started to cry because I'm like, my son's almost 10. Mm-hmm. I'm 26 years old. I know it's weird, but my son's almost 10, and it scares me. He's 10 years old almost, and he acts like a fucking teenager. I love him to death, but man, he acts like such a turd sometimes.
Yeah, well, I think that'll get worse, right?
Oh my god, dude! If I've never shown you like a picture of him, have I? I'll have to after this.
Okay.
Literal carbon copy.
Of you?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, 100%. Just me without a beard. Like, you've seen me shaved.
When you were, because you're pretty small. I mean, respectfully.
No. Yeah.
But like when you were his age, were you about the same size?
No, that's what I'm literally saying. I could show
Yeah.
you a picture of me when I was 9
Yeah.
and show you him now,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, which one's which? Or
No
they look
shit.
exactly the same.
That's kind of creepy.
Oh, dude, we have school pictures of me when I was a kid, and then we have school pictures of him when he was a kid.
Spitting image.
Spitting image. Literally,
Damn,
mine is
dude.
like a little bit of the hair difference because he's got his
Yeah.
mom's hair. I got to admit that. But it's like he literally, you could take a side-by-side picture of us. If we dressed the same and styled the same, we would look the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to meet your kids, man.
Dude.
If I pick you up again, I'm gonna have to meet your
Absolutely,
kids, man.
yeah. All three of them hopefully will be there because it's summer break and they're enjoying it. But
Dude, well,
yeah.
I want to give you the opportunity to say anything you want to say, little whatever, and then we'll sign off, bro.
I mean, just make sure, hit that like, subscribe. Please keep coming back for more because we're going to keep giving out more no matter if you're here or not. It's going to come. Definitely.
Yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, share, engage.
definitely.
Just engage, man. The more you engage, the more we're going to feel compelled to do it. The less you engage, the less we're going to feel compelled to do
Definitely.
it. That's just the nature of the beast.
I mean, put a comment down. I'll have a conversation. I'm going to be looking at that comment, the YouTubes all the time, man.
agree with us, disagree with us,
Yeah.
talk shit, dude. I don't care.
Dude, we'll reply no matter what.
All right, Noah.
Dude, it was
Let's
great.
fucking. We're going on an adventure, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's go.